This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. It's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook, and he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Dobbs. And right away, he lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Dobbs. And able to find Garcon. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Dobbs is throwing. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Dobbs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over... my eyes right now because like him, it's going to haunt my dreams too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Dobbs. Being chased out left. And he's able to find Diggs. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Airing it deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. And a loose football. And this is going to be Packer football. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Pirine. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That's fine. Yeah. Over. Let's bring it. Hey, check 26.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. a great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
That's fine. Yeah. Jumbo! Hey, check 26.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers now on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
319! Run right! Kelly, don't let Kelly. Run.
Rodgers again now. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Strong right! Strong right! Strong right! Hey, check 26! Jumbo! Yeah, Liz.
Rodgers to throw once more. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Shift. Inside. Wide left.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. It's caught here by Adams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now Jones. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the first round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
Flush to his right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Dobbs. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Dobbs to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
58! 319!
They start on the ground with P-Run. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hey, Mike! Where y'all going? Got it. Play. Yeah, Liz. 319.
Rodgers now on first down. They're looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now P-Ryan. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, here's Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And it's third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Rodgers to throw on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down, escaping the pressure right. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Flex round! Ohio!
On second down, Dobbs eluding the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cook. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Going up top. And this one is incomplete. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. Returnable here for Davis. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Flex! I'm going to run you over. Wide right. Over.
They'll run again with P-Ryan. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made by Everson Griffin. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Hey, check 26.
To throw on third down, Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Dobbs is throwing. This is caught. Watkins. And now running right through it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They get it to him running left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it here with Pirine. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. That's going to set him back 5 yards. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, Finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, third and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Dobbs now on 2nd down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Vikings on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Now Dobbs. He's going to launch this thing way down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Back north. 59 Mike.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Eric Kendricks not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Zoom, zoom. Jumbo!
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Rodgers now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
319.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Flushed out right. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43.
18. Hey, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Rodgers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Corey Peters in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
58.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Jumbo! Jumbo! That's fine, yeah. Jumbo!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
We are going.
Rodgers now throwing on 3rd and long. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And give him a gain of 37.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.